Kit Kats can read. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video. Today is Monday, which means it's time for my weekly TBR. So I do have some books on my weekly TBR for this week that I did have on my last week as well, because I still would like to get them read and I do have an urge to give them a read. I've also got some books that I've added onto this TBR as well, so it's going to be a fresh one. I am off work this week, so I aim to do quite a lot of reading if possible, but also playing Final Fantasy VII, the remake, at the same time. So a bit of a mix, but we shall go from there. So starting off with currently reading, I am reading Ben's in Love by Catherine Applegate, the fourth book that is in the Making Out series. This is a reread for me. I am on page 159 at the moment. There's about 235 pages of this, so I think I could easily get this book read today, so that is going to be my target for today. I am really enjoying this reread so far. It's just such a fun series to read from, so easygoing. I love the writing style and everything, and I just flow through these books so easily, so I'm currently reading that one. So as well as reading my own physical books that I would like to read, both from like the Magical Readathon and books that are on my general TBR, I also would be reading books that I want to read as well, so that I don't end up in a reading slump. But I've also got some ebooks for review as well that I'll be slotting in between. So after I finish Ben's in Love, I'll be going on to a review book, and I think I'm going to go on to Pretty Funny by Rebecca Ellett. I'm going to see how I think about it, if I really enjoy it, and then after I read Pretty Funny, I'll go on to another physical book. So that's going to be my next book after Ben's in Love. Also, a book that I would like to read this week is By Your Side by Casey West. I'm reading this for the Magical Readathon, for the challenge of reading a book with white on the cover. This is a book that is set in a library as well, so I think it's going to be a really awesome book, and I'm looking forward to reading this one this week. I also plan on going into another review book. This one is called The Easy Part Impossible by Sarah Tom. I'm really looking forward to reading this. The synopsis just sounds so good, and I think this comes out actually near the end of April, so that would be good to get that read and reviewed before then. And then I would like to go on to Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is my 2019 recommendations book that came out for this month. I am really intrigued to give this a read, really looking forward to reading it, so I'm very excited about that one. I will then be going on to another book called Clickbait by Anne Valette, and yeah, this book I'm really sort of like intrigued about. I'm sort of getting, I think, sort of sassy vibes from it, so I'm looking forward to giving that one a read. And then I've got 3 books here that I would like to somehow read this week. One of them will be a reread, and that is for Saga volume number 1. I've got this in physical form now. I read them, I think, from the library when I first had them, but now I've got my own copies, so I would like to give this a reread so that I could just, yeah, it's just a really easygoing read, and it just sort of like puts a break in between the other books, so I might end up like slotting this somewhere between the other books. And then this other book I picked out of my garage when I literally just came home today, and I was just like, you know what, I've got quite an urge to give it a read. This is something that I just would like to begin. It's quite a short book, and I remember reading the first book last year or the year before, I can't remember that. So the sequel's really short. This is Poisoned by Sue Mayfield. The first book is called Voices. Really enjoyed that book, to the point that I ordered and found the sequel. So this book is really short. There's less than 200 pages in this, so this could be an easy read for me. Again, another book that I could slot in between the other books as an easygoing read. And a third book that I would like to somehow start upon this week is Moment of Truth by Casey West, her new and latest book release, and that is why I would like to give it a read, to see what I think and feel about it. Casey West books are so easygoing, I always fly through them, and this I've recently got as well, so this would be good to just knock it straight off my TBR, but I don't know when I'll read this, but at some point between those. So those are the books that I would like to read from this week. It doesn't necessarily have to be in that order, but I would like to try and read it like physical book, ebook for review, physical book, ebook for review, but I don't really know what order yet, so it could be that I end up reading an ebook after Ben's in Love, and then maybe going on to this Casey West book. It just depends on what I've got the most of an urge to read, and I'll just be going from these books. But yeah, so this is going to go from Monday all the way up to Friday. Friday I'll be doing an updated TBR video, which is going to cover Friday and over the weekend, so it most likely will be containing these books, but TBR changes all the time. I could have an urge to read sequel to something or another book that's from my actual TBR. So yeah, that's the amazing thing about TBRs, which is why I'm actually happy to do 2 TBR videos a week. So yes, I'm really excited to read from these books. I've got like massive urge to read from these, so I'm really looking forward to reading them and to carrying on with my reading. And like I say, I'm off work this week and I've targeted myself to read every day for at least an hour, but where I'm structuring it at the moment is I'm reading for a half an hour to an hour, then I'm playing Final Fantasy VII for about an hour or 2, then I go back to reading for a good half hour to an hour. It all depends on like how my brain goes, because sometimes I do get quite tired, especially with the antibiotics that I'm on. They do make me really tired, or you know, when I'm reading, I'm cramped up for the hour, so I need to stretch my legs and sort of thing. So yeah, but I'm really excited with all of these books. Let me know if you've read any of these books, and let me know what you are reading this week. If you've got any plans for any reading, let me know down below in the comments. I hope you guys are good. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. All of my social media links, if you'd like to follow me, I'll link down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, all of that. Chat with me. I love chatting with you guys, especially about books. When I chat about fandoms, it gives me a giddy, stupid, childish feeling inside. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, makes me feel really happy, just when the community is just really happy, and it's just like, yeah, it's just like positive, and we need a bit of positivity at the moment. But that's it from me, guys. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy, and also stay safe, especially during this lockdown around the world. Stay safe, look after yourselves and everything, and just remain positive and be happy. I'm always here if you guys want to chat to somebody, if you're feeling really low and you're feeling really depressed and you really want somebody to talk to you during this period. I am always here on my social media links. Just give me a message and I will be there for you, because I know exactly what it's like. I've had a few of those days myself, and I do find that talking to other people or family really does help, and I will be more than happy to be a distraction for you all. But that's it from me. I will see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye.